Hello guys, Movie Man 74 here, and this is my first video for a very long time. I've just been so busy with life stuff and things happening that's it's been beyond my control. But I've, as some of you may know, I have changed my name here on YouTube. I was formerly Michael Myers 78, but I have changed my YouTube username to Movieman 74. I thought it was a little bit more, you know, as much as I am a fan of the Halloween franchise, I am a big film fan in general and a big film collector in general, so I thought, changing it to Movie Man 74 was a little bit more apt for my for my videos and stuff. Before I get into this Halloween season tag video, I just want to quickly say that this is the first video I have ever done that's been, full on, like, me showing my facial side of things behind the camera, so to speak. So yeah, I'm not very photogenic, and I don't know what it is, I just don't feel comfortable getting videos taken of me and photos taken. I've never been comfortable with that kind of thing. Maybe it's just me, but yeah, that's, like I said, that's maybe just me. But maybe the more I do these kind of things, and if I get tagged and things like this, maybe I'll grow to, actually enjoy being in the front of the camera, in front of the video. But yeah, let's get on with this video. As you can see, I'm wearing my Haddonfield High Class of 78 hoodie. But yeah, let's get on with the video, guys. As you, sorry, as some of you may well know, I have been tagged by the Deadly Dames of Deadly Dames Horror Extravaganza. Sorry, thanks ladies. It was a great Halloween season tag you did. So yeah, I'm going to get on with it, and I'm going to get on with the questions. The first question is, what is your quintessential movies to watch at Halloween? There is quite a few that I like watching. It's kind of a ritual to me at Halloween, every Halloween, if I get the chance. It's not always that I do get the chance to watch stuff that I want to watch on Halloween night, but when I do get the chance every year, I have a kind of ritual of certain movies that I love to watch, and first of those movies are Trick or Treat. Sorry for the glare, guys. I absolutely love this movie. It's, like I said, watching this and some of the others that I have here is a ritual to me at Halloween. I always kick off with Trick or Treat. Always. Fantastic cult 80s horror flick. I absolutely love this movie. This is the 3-disc German media book, so yeah, that's Trick or Treat. That's one of the movies I love to watch at Halloween. Next up is this one, Jacko, starring Linnea Quigley. It also has Brinke Stevens and Cameron Mitchell, John Carradine, etc. It's a really cheesy mid-90s kind of Halloween slasher set at Halloween slasher flick. It's actually alright. It's really cheap made, really low budget, but that's another one I love to watch at Halloween. Next up, one of my all-time favourites of the 80s, the Monster Squad. Sorry about the glare, guys. It's this video, the camera really has a bad, you know. But yeah, the Monster Squad, one of my all-time favourite 80s kind of horror films. I really love this film. That's another quintessential watch at Halloween. And last but not least, I think you'll all know what's coming next. And it's the Halloween franchise box set. I try to get through as much of these as I can on Halloween. It's not always the case. I always sometimes only get to part 4 or 5, and then it's, I have before done all-nighters at Halloween where I've sat and watched, right up to like part 6, H2O, in the past, but it's not always the case that I get to watch them all in one night, so with the Halloween box set, I tend to try and do it over a couple of nights, but I try my best on Halloween night to get through as many of the films as I can. So yeah, those are my quintessential Halloween viewing, shall we say, the movies that I like to watch on in and around Halloween. So yeah. Okay, next up, what's my favourite costume I have worn at Halloween? Sorry guys, I'm just going to move in a bit. That's a really difficult one. I mean, me being an oldie these days, it's been a very, very long time since I've worn a Halloween costume, but years ago when I was very young, when I was still going out, I remember going out as an NFL American football player, and I had this massive American football like t-shirt. It didn't belong to me, it belonged to one of my friends at the time, and we ended up cutting out this cardboard box to make me look as if I had big shoulder pads, and I had the helmet and everything like that. That was really cool. But the one thing I always remember at Halloween was there was one day I was working in an indoor market years and years ago. We're talking back late 90s, and I wore the Ghostface outfit from Scream. I had plastic knife, I had the mask, I had the big long black gown thing on, and I remember standing as you come in the doors of the market. There is a little slope that people walk down to come actually, and I was standing at the bottom of there, and this woman walked in with a little girl. She couldn't have been any older than 6 years old, and she stood at the top of the ramp, absolutely petrified. She was screaming in hysterics, didn't want to come down the ramp at all. She was absolutely crying her eyes out because she saw this, and she obviously thought it was real. So I had to take the mask off, and reassure her that it was just somebody in a costume. It wasn't real. So after that, I shook the little girl's hand, and our mum said it was okay, and they just walked down the ramp and to go and look round about. That was it was funny at the time, but when you saw that little girl in hysterics, um, it wasn't. It it started to get not very funny, but after I took the mask off, she was okay after that. So yeah, those are the kind of memories I have, wearing Halloween costumes. So yeah, next question is, what's your favourite pumpkin food? Um, I don't think we here in the UK we don't, especially here in Scotland, we don't get a lot of pumpkin related food. Um, it's um, more to do. You get a lot of pumpkin spice stuff here in the UK, like coffees, lattes, coffees. You know, cakes that have been made with some kind of pumpkin spice, but we don't literally get like actual pumpkin related food like pumpkin pies or cakes, or we don't get anything like that here. I would like us to get things like that here, but we don't. It's obviously big in the US, it's big in America, but we don't have that kind of thing here. So I've to be honest, I think I think once I've only ever tried like, I think it was pumpkin spiced biscuits, that kind of thing. But that's about the only thing that I have eaten that's even close to being any kind of pumpkin food. So as I say, it's not a big thing over here. So I can't really add any more to that. Um, so my next question that has been given to me is, what's your favourite timeline in the Halloween franchise? Well, there is me being a massive Michael Myers and Halloween franchise fan. I love the series. A couple of two or three of the films are not, a couple of the Rob Zombie ones I wasn't all that keen on. His first one was okay. Resurrection was just pretty forgettable. Resurrection was really rushed. It looked terrible. Production values looked really, it was just a bad, all round bad production. But in terms of timeline, we have so many timelines now with the new film out. I went to see the new film last week and absolutely loved it. I thought it was brilliant. I think actually the storyline that they've used where Laurie and Michael were not related, I think that could do the timeline some good. I think it could do the franchise some good. It means that we now have an alternate timeline to the others. Of course, you have Halloween 3, which is a film all on its own. I actually would have liked for them to go along with the original idea that John Carpenter had to do a different Halloween film but with a different story. That would have been interesting to see, but unfortunately, I think a lot of fans of the franchise didn't want that. They wanted to see more Michael Myers. For me, yeah, I love the franchise. The original 1, 2, 4, 4 I thought was really good. I really enjoyed 4. I thought, 10 years later he's came back again. It's 1, 2, 4, 5. Part 6, the end of part 5 into part 6, it was getting a little bit silly with the whole thorn curse thing. It was just getting a little bit silly at that point. And then when H2O come out, I thought, this is gonna this is gonna bring the franchise back with a vengeance. And in a way, it kind of did. The storyline, of course, Laurie still being Michael's sister, and I really enjoyed H2O. I went to see it at the cinema twice. Really enjoyed it. I thought it was excellent. Um, but in terms of timeline, yeah, I think one from the original timeline, 1, 2, 4, and 5 is probably, but with this new film now out, which gives us the alternate timeline where Laurie and Michael are not related. I love the new movie, so I think, yeah, going with the original timeline, 1, 2, 4, and 5, it's probably still my favourite, but with the new one out and them not being related, I think that's going to give the franchise another little bit of a twist in there, and I think, I think them not being related might do this. If they're going to make any more films, I think it might do some good to a point, as long as they don't start overdoing it and they start going into other, like other storylines. It's just not going to make sense. So yeah, the original timeline, 1, 2, 4, into 5, H2O, etc. That's probably still my favourite. Um, okay, next question. Who's your favourite character in the Halloween franchise? Um, there's a few characters in the Halloween franchise that I love. I love Dr. Loomis in the original couple, 1, 2, 4. I thought he was excellent in 2 and excellent in 4. But for me, it's a no-brainer. It's got to be Michael Myers. Just the whole way he goes about, doing what he does. His walking, his movement, his stalking prowess is just, and the fact that he just doesn't say a word in any of the films is. I didn't like zombies. Kind of made Michael a little bit more. Can I say human? Um, um, but yeah, Michael Myers for me, without a doubt, is my favourite character in the Halloween franchise. So yeah, that's a no-brainer, really. Um, Next question is, what's your favourite Halloween themed activity? Yeah, that's I love to carve pumpkins. I buy a couple of pumpkins every year, and I love to carve them. I have tried to for the last 2 or 3 years. I have tried to carve the exact pumpkin that you see in the starting credits of the original Halloween. I have tried to get that pumpkin, and I just can't get it quite perfect. And I keep trying and I keep trying, but it's not always perfect. But I love carving pumpkins. Me and my partner, we used to decorate the house when my nephew was younger. We decorated the house, for kids around in the street, so that they would know that we obviously had treats and candy for them, stuff like that, just to let people know that we were giving out stuff in Halloween. So yeah, carving pumpkins, watching movies, and Halloween night is probably my favourite themed activity. Um, Next question. What does Halloween mean to me? It's like Halloween to me is it's sorry guys, I'm getting a bit distracted there. Halloween to me is, it's just like a lot of people prefer Halloween to Christmas. I love Halloween. I love watching the movies that I showed you earlier on Halloween. I love carving pumpkins. It's like a mini. It's like a mini Christmas time for people who, you know, especially people who are horror fans, who horror movie collectors who really look forward to this time of year. It's a lot bigger in the US. It's it's actually, you know, it's tenfold over in America. Halloween is maybe not as big here as it is in the US because they go all out in the US, and you know it's very disappointing over here because you don't see a lot of houses decorated with Halloween stuff, and it really is quite disappointing to see. Um, I love Halloween, but I also like Christmas time. Christmas time nowadays when you're a lot older, but I'm still a kid at heart. I mean, I'm in my mid 40s, but I'm still a kid at heart, and I still look forward to Christmas. But I also love Halloween. Halloween is, you know, as I said, for fans of horror films and stuff like that, it's, you really look forward to this kind of time of year. So yeah, it's, I really enjoy it. It's a great time of the year. I do look forward to it like everybody else. And next, I think this is my last question. Is what is, I think this is my favourite pumpkin. Um, like, what's your favourite? Um, you know, design or whatever, or you like to carve pumpkins. As I said, I have tried and tried to get right the pumpkin from the start credits of the original movie, and I just can't get it right. But I just make things. When I'm carving a pumpkin, I just make it up as I go along. You know, or I've seen me taking ideas from Google or somewhere like that. You know, stupid things and making up stupid things. Actually, this year I was thinking of doing one of my pumpkins, carving it and sticking a big kitchen knife in the top of it and having some fake blood kind of running down it. I think I would like to go with maybe something like that this year. So yeah, that's the kind of thing I'd look for in terms of carving a pumpkin, that kind of thing. So yeah, guys, this coming to the end of the video, I think I've answered all the questions that I felt that. I think there was only 8 questions to start with. So yeah, I hope you have enjoyed this little Halloween season tag. And thanks again to Deadly Dames Horror Extravaganza for tagging me. It's much appreciated. So yeah, as I said, this is the first time I've been in front of the video. I'm not comfortable with the whole, but you know, as I said, the more I do this kind of thing, I'll probably become more comfortable when doing it. So yeah, Halloween season tag time. I'm going to tag movie collector geek, and I'm going to tag Andrew Ballina, and Wolfman's Got Nards. I'd like to tag those 3 guys. If you haven't seen any of their channels, go and check them out. Their channels are excellent. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this Halloween season tag, guys. This is, I will be back with a couple of more videos in the run up to Halloween. I'm going to be doing original Halloween collection video, which I'll do. So yeah, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this Halloween season tag, and thanks again, Deadly Dames, for the tag. And this is Movie Man 74, and I will be back to speak to you again soon. Thanks, guys.